Hey, welcome into PennLive.com. We are your fantasy football insiders. He's Jeremy Elliott. I'm Dustin Hockensmith. We're sorting through some tricky backfield situations in advance of Week 4 in fantasy football leagues. We're starting now with the New York Giants. Ben McAdoo, their coach, pronounced a dreaded running back by committee, and I tend to believe him on this one. Shane Vereen is out for most of the rest of the season. He's on IR with a triceps injury. Rashad Jennings missed Week 3 with a thumb injury. He's iffy for Week 4. So what you have now are Orleans Darkwa, who I would say is the favorite to get the start if both of those guys are out, if Jennings is out in Week 4. You also have Paul Perkins, the rookie, who a lot of people are looking at. He's a 5th-round pick. He's the highest upside of the group. You also have Bobby Rainey, who could absorb some of Shane Vereen's pass-catching responsibilities. There's a lot of names to know, and I'm not sure what to do with this one yet. So, Jeremy, I'm just going to start with mine here. The only player I'm really looking at is Paul Perkins, because I believe he's the only one with the upside that will warrant anything in the neighborhood of starting consideration in fantasy. Yeah, he might fizzle out. Jennings is a true wild card here, but I'm taking a good speculative stance on Paul Perkins, and I'm seeing what happens.
I like the stance, but I'm more leaning towards Darkwa because of what he did last week. He had
that's a backhanded compliment, by the way.
Well, that's the only compliment I can give you. Yeah. 10 carries for 53 yards, touchdown. It's averaging 5 yards a carry. I don't know how you put that on the bench or decrease any time there. It's still the Giants. When they get inside the 10, I think he's the guy who can go between the tackles and get it done. He had 1 catch for 9 yards. Maybe he gets a little more action, considering they had like 8 guys catch the ball last week. So that's a lot of balls going around. Watch Rashad Jennings. We just don't know what's going to happen there. But if he's still on the bench, Darkwa is my guy.
Darkwa is probably he's the best equipped player to actually absorb those rushing duties. The mix and match, the hot hand thing is something that I think will play out here. There's a really good shot that none of these guys is usable in Week 4 if Jennings is out. Darkwa is probably the best short-term pickup if you do need assistance in Week 4. But the player that is most worth watching for the ceiling, for the ceiling alone, for the upside chasers, I'm in that group all the way. Paul Perkins is a nice prospect. Fell to the 5th round for reasons I'm not quite sure why from UCLA. A lot of people were high on him, and then just the way the draft played out, he fell to the Giants in round 5. So it'll be interesting to see. Jennings' health is really the wild card here, because if he's healthy, we're not having this conversation. So watch what he's doing. Take a shot on Paul Perkins if you do need help right away, especially in non-PPR formats. Then Orleans Darkwa is your guy. A sleeper in PPR formats, if Bobby Rainey catches that hot hand in 3rd down situations, there's a good shot he catches 4 or 6 balls. So we'll see. It's a committee. When the dust settles, none of these guys might be usable. But there you go. He's Jeremy Elliott. I'm Dustin Hockensmith, your fantasy football insiders on PennLive.com.